Hello and welcome to the Street Crime Australia YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Today we're going to be looking at the case of Tony Mokbel. Antonios Saji Mokbel was born on the 11th of August 1965 and is a well-known Australian criminal who's been convicted for a number of offences, but most prominently of all was a commercial drug trafficker. He has spent most of his life in Melbourne, Australia. Operation Piranha alleged that he is the mastermind behind Melbourne's amphetamine trade. He has been linked to Carl Williams, as well as to the killing of several victims of the Melbourne Gangland War. He disappeared from Melbourne while on trial in March 2006 and was arrested by Greek police in Athens on the 5th of June 2007. Prior to his arrest, there was a $1 million bounty for any information which would lead to his capture. According to Victoria Police, this reward still stands for the person who tipped off the police on his whereabouts. Tony Mokbel grew up predominantly in the Mediterranean area of Carlton and Brunswick, in Melbourne's inner north. As a junior, he played Aussies rules football for East Brunswick Football Club, alongside former Carlton Football Club utility player Mil Hanna, who also happened to be of Middle Eastern origin. It has been alleged that in late 2002, there was a meeting of more than 10 Melbourne organised crime figures in Carlton. At that meeting, it is said that Mr. Mokbel was beaten nearly to death by Nick Radev's bodyguard, Western Australian Troy McCanty, who was a member of the Coughing Cheetahs motorcycle gang. Andrew Veneman was ordered by his then close associate, Mick Gatto, to take Mr. Mokbel to a female doctor. In the following couple of weeks, Mick Gatto was told that Mr. Veneman and Mr. Mokbel became close allies. He was reported to have paid convicted murderers Keith Ford and Evangelos Goski $150,000 for the March 2004 murder of Lewis Moran, the 23rd victim of the Melbourne Gangland killings. After an investigation by Operation Piranha, Mr. Mokbel was charged with Mr. Moran's murder. He was also charged with the October 2003 murder of Michael Marshall in South Yarra. Mr. Mokbel was alleged to have laundered over $2 million through At the Top of Town, a high-profile Melbourne CBD brothel which he had purchased through a business associate. One of Mr. Mokbel's amphetamine producers also ran a brothel in Melbourne's south-eastern suburbs, while another of Mr. Mokbel's gang members also trafficked large amounts of drugs for Mr. Mokbel and also ran a brothel. Mr. Mokbel made every effort to avoid extradition to Australia. He unsuccessfully made applications in Australia to cancel the Australian extradition attempt. At the same time, Lebanese authorities foreshadowed making their extradition request to the Greek courts. It is not known how Mr. Mokbel could have committed any significant crime that could be tried in or on behalf of Lebanon. Greek authorities indicated the serious nature of the charges to be faced in Australia would see extradition to Australia take priority over Greek prosecution of the lesser fraud and corruption charges. On the 18th of March 2008, the Supreme Court in Athens granted Australia's request for his extradition. The Greek Justice Minister's approval was obtained in May 2008. On the 17th of May 2008, Mr. Mokbel arrived in Melbourne Airport aboard a Gulfstream jet along with 8 Lebanese men. The cost of the jet drew some criticism, costing the state $450,000, although the Victorian state intends to regain the cost from Mr. Mokbel's criminal earnings. On the 27th of February 2012, it was reported that Mr. Mokbel has suffered a mild heart attack whilst in prison. On the 3rd of July 2012, Mr. Mokbel was sentenced in the Supreme Court of Victoria to 30 years with a minimum term of 22 years. On the 11th of February 2019, Mr. Mokbel was stabbed in Barwon prison. Thank you for joining us today. What are your opinions on the crimes committed by Mr. Mokbel? Do you believe a sentence of 30 years with a minimum term of 22 years was too harsh or not harsh enough? Please let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like and share. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more Street Crime Australia content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell so you can join us on the next video. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, stay safe.